Yeah, best push that button.
The button is pushed, Mrs. Saunders. The button is pushed. Welcome, everybody.
Button is pushed.
We're not going to have a domestic this week because we really do know it's Series 2, Episode 32. Whee! And there's no need for therapy.
No therapy at all. Just celebration.
Just celebration. And what were you celebrating, Mrs. Saunders? You go first.
Okay, well, obviously it was my birthday on Saturday. So I was celebrating my birthday, another trip around the sun. And, you get to an age where just being here is good. And also celebrating, win, more of that. Excellent. And this morning I'm celebrating that the sun is out and that my grandson has got a place at NSB. Yay.
Top work, Harry. Top work. Top work. 26% of the Saints Academy. Yeah, there you go. Right. So, do you want to say where you are? We know it was your birthday. Where are you?
I am in South Northamptonshire, where it is really lovely and sunny today, and vaguely dry underfoot. It's marvellous. What more could you want?
Yeah. And I'm on the edge of actually still quite damp fens. My name's Claire Jones. I am one of the club photographers. We're going to talk a lot about photography because I was doing a lot on Saturday. And get well soon, Adam Gums.
Oh no!
Yes, he's not the 4 shilling. So, Adam, big hugs from the ladies' Wot. Get well soon.
Yeah. Well, depends. If what you've got is catching, no hugs at all. But yeah, get well soon.
Well, we don't know, but he's not the one.
I'm caring like that. I'm caring like that up to a point.
He wasn't there on Saturday because he wasn't very well. So get better soon, my friend. Get better soon. Yes, and I'm one of the club photographers at Saints. And I had a lot of homework this week. So we're going to go through in chronological order. And the therapy pod of last week did continue into training, didn't it?
It did, yes. Yeah, we didn't realise quite. But there was a forlorn figure at training on the edges.
Yes.
Young Nathan Smith just still
we gave him
a big
each of us gave him a big hug. Yeah. And he needed it. He needed it. Ladies Wot TLC. And he was having a wander in this. Actually, it was a bit windy. It was quite pleasant around training to clear his head.
Windy. Yeah. To get refocus, which I think it helped. He was happier by the end, I think.
Yeah.
But it was good. But it was a morning of hugs, wasn't it? And greetings. We both had a hug from JJ. I think a hug is safer than a handshake.
I think it is. It is. It's much safer. Yeah. Yes.
Much safer. But I did have a handshake from Jack Lewis. 17. And again, I think I've nearly got my feeling back in my hand. Bless him. What a joy. Absolute joy he is.
He is. He's amazing. So 17, as we talked about him before. And I think he kept, we were talking to him. He was explaining that he wanted to make the most of the 5 weeks that he had with the squad, because that's what he was told he was doing. And he was explaining how organised he was with his homework at school. The school were happy for him to be there.
To go into school because he got up,
got ahead. He'd done it all.
Yeah. So well done,
Jack. That lad's got his head screwed on. He really has. And we'll talk more about how he played on Saturday. But at training, he's clearly loving it, and it was great fun watching him. So well done to a young man who's taken his chance. And that was the first time of many times last week that I was given some photography homework.
Oh, you were, yes, yeah.
Jacko Pinar came to talk. Or is it Yakko or Jacko? I might work out which.
Yakko, I think.
Yeah. Came to talk to me and said, Claire, I need more scrum shots. I was like,
they're always from behind.
They're always from behind. And of course, I usually only ever take photographs of scrums during the warm-up. And they tend to scrum with their bums facing me. So, yes, so more of that shortly, because I took that very much to heart. And did a lot more scrum shots during training and then took it into Saturday. So more of that in a bit. But yeah, training was it was more of the same on the wind tunnel front, wasn't it?
Oh God, it was, yes. Oh, and more of the same of us feeling like we were target practice. But who was it who managed to miss me? But then the bounce of the ball, it bounced into my car. That might have been Ben Rhodes, actually, more of him later as well.
I think it was Ben as well. I think it was Ben Rhodes. James Pacer got your car as well.
Yeah.
They missed mine. Mine was right in line with the post. Missed it right completely.
Yeah, they had to do some bending of the ball to get mine, but they managed.
Yeah, and kick it some distance as well. Yeah. Yeah, the banana shot that missed you completely then, but swung around and hit your car was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, and we also had the sprint tests, which seemed to be muddled in with the line-out practice. That seemed to get a bit complicated.
Oh, yes, that was... God only knows what was going on there. But it was fun. And then I get mesmerised by the line-out practice.
Didn't they put them across the field because the wind was so strong? It influences...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can give them an excess. So... yeah, I get mesmerised by the line-out practice. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see what they're doing. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... yes, it's where James Craig is, deep.
And we had a little bit of sheep news, just that I think there's 3 remaining sheep, but they actually were in the second time around of being put to the ram, so they will lamb next weekend.
Next weekend, yes. Yeah. Next weekend. Yeah.
So there we go. And should have 75 sheep, I think.
And we've got a very happy shepherd. Kev was very happy, wasn't he? He was
very happy. Yeah.
Yes. News of the ball at Newcastle. Do you remember we had the incident where Sam Bestie chucked the ball?
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my goodness me.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
It ended up in the car park.
Vestie's in trouble. Vestie's in trouble. Yeah, they didn't get it got kicked into the car park and they didn't get back.
But they did gain a ball somewhere else. It seems to be Tigers. You lose one, you gain one. The Tigers. Yeah, there you go. You lose one, you gain one. But yes, so the ball that Vestie chucked to the last line out, disappeared into the car park, never to be seen again. So Saturday came, and it was the big community event.
Community game, yeah.
Yeah, so lots of socks and all sorts of things going on in the barn and wherever. And,
it was a very busy day.
Very busy day. So you had a big start to the day, didn't you, in the barn?
Big start in the barn. I was watching my IT department playing walking rugby because they've got a display going on there. And young Archie McParland had drawn the short straw. He was the player that had to go and help. And as so often happens, realised it wasn't as easy as he thought. And I was getting... So I was getting advice from Ben Rhodes again and Ollie Slytome, who'd been doing some rehab in the barn. And they go, you just make sure Archie gives his all. Just keep him honest, keep him committed. But they basically wanted me to bully Archie. Yeah.
Instead of which, Archie did talk to you, didn't he? But you got a hug.
Came over and gave me a birthday hug, yes.
And that was at the prompting of the IT department, I believe.
Yeah, who introduced himself as my husband and said, I'm married to her, I think, and he said, she said, oh, yes, I know her really well. Well, it's her birthday. What? But go and give her a hug. So we did. So that was nice.
What a sweetie.
I did get a birthday hug from Tom Lockett as well.
Excellent. Well done, Tom. Top work. Yeah. And I think Chris was there. I think Chris was there on Saturday. Not sure. Scary. Yeah.
It's his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Mr. Lockett. Happy
yesterday. Yes, yeah, very good.
So
So Dr. T
yeah.
met a dog.
Oh, we all met a dog. We're some more than one, because the search and rescue, I don't think they have much call for mountain rescue in Northamptonshire, to be honest. The search and rescue team were there as raising money, and they got some of their dogs. And I met the dog that actually brought the ball on. I met him as well early on. He and his owner had to turn around. They were halfway across car park C when she suddenly said, "Oh, I've got to go back," because she'd left her phone in the car. I thought it was a bit ironic. Could you not just send the dog, search and rescue the phone? Anyway, so, but he was lovely. And then I met another couple of their dogs as well, came in through gate 2 where I was on duty. So, oh, and going on to people that we met, 2 Belgians and a Canadian came through gate 2. Oh no, it sounds like the opening of a very weird joke. 2 Belgians and a Canadian walked into a bar. So they were delightful. So the one Belgian chap, he lives in Northampton, and his boss, when he first moved to Northampton, his boss brought him to Northampton Saints, and he's come to every game since, and he's fully converted this way. And the other chap, the one chap was Belgian, the girl was Canadian, and it was their first rugby game. Wow.
There you go,
So,
see?
Yeah.
It keeps happening. Dr. T's got this theory that there's somebody in London who...
Oh, well, this was because of the Belgians' local
friend of the Belgian. But yes, so there is a trend. It's becoming the place, because it was yet another sellout, which for a game where there wasn't that much at stake was remarkable.
A PREM Cup game. It's absolutely fantastic. So so it was busy old goings on, and I met the Stealth CEO. She said, "I'm not being stealthy. I haven't got my hat on." Oh, okay.
So she had got a hat on.
No, she hadn't. She's only stealth when she's got her hat on.
Oh, I think I understand. I'm not entirely convinced. That was
what she said. I looked very confused. I'm not being stealthy. Anyway, so yes, she was quite happy. And a bit of update on the pitch and how good our groundsman is in getting that pitch from when it was the mud bath of the under-20s game to be played on last Sunday for the Lightning game. And that was a remarkable thing. And the fact it had been played on last Sunday and its recovery again for Saturday. I mean, when you looked up close, it's struggling, but from a distance, it looked fantastic. What on earth are you doing, Mrs. J?
Me?
You're looking... Yes.
I'm looking confused, aren't I? I've just pushed a button and I wish I hadn't.
Oh, dear.
So I'll carry on talking. Sorry.
Oh, good. I'll carry on talking about grass. So they had the dome. They have this clever scientific dome thing that they put over the grass, and they can control the humidity and the UV light and all sorts of things. So they put that up. That'd been up all week. They took it down on Friday, and about half an hour later, the heavens opened, which wasn't really what they wanted.
Sod's law says, isn't it?
I know. It was going back up either yesterday or today, and they're doing some sort of project with the bloke who owns the dome, runs
wow.
I don't think it's the only dome, but they're doing sort of, the club is taking part in some research and development about domes and grass, not the sort you can smoke.
Well, I did congratulate Mr. Miller on his pitch, because and I did say that we all wept for him, with him, after the England-Wales game, and he was genuinely touched. So he's a lovely chap, and he takes his grass science very seriously. So well done to the club for supporting him.
Because I did once ask one of the chaps who was doing something with the dome. I was there one evening for something, and I said, "I've got to ask, what are you doing?" Oh God. Things you wish you...
they get very enthusiastic, and then they love the fact that you've asked, because that, then, oh, there you go.
It was briefly interesting, and then there was
took a rapid turn. Yes.
Yeah, it did. It went downhill. I had to paint my interested face on and nod, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Millibars and things came in. I don't know, but there we go.
There you go. Right. So I had some jobs on Saturday, which I don't normally have, because
you did.
Yeah. So here we go. I had to do socks.
Yeah.
So I was in the changing room. I don't normally do in the changing room before the game. That's normally Adam's territory. And as you can see, Tom West was in the zone. But the big man himself, very proudly wearing his toaster socks. And I noticed on their Facebook page that photo featured, because he was, and rightly so. He wore them with pride. He was very proud to wear them. But yes,
I was we had the conversation with him about Toaster, hadn't we, at training?
We had,
and I said, how much they love him there, and he just said, well, it's my club. So he's a Saint first, but a very, very close second. He's a Towcestrian. So, well done, JJ. And I have to say, that conversation with him just lifted my heart. He and his wife are loving it here. So well done to everybody at Greens Norton. Well done to everybody at Toaster who've just changed that couple's life around.
Yeah, absolutely. And his interview on the Saint show, which he was pleased went well because his mum and dad were listening.
Yes.
He just keep smiling, as Graham said, and he does as he menaces Alex Delovsky. More of that shortly.
Oh yeah, that was joyous. Yes.
So here I am doing my homework. Look, I'm taking photographs of scrums.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you see
different photographs of scrums.
But it was Sock City, so I was trying to get lots of photos of socks as well as here we go. Lots of socks. Jack Lewis was not wearing. He was wearing Saint socks. Let's do it the other way around. It's easier to say because, of course, it was his home debut, and they thought it would be a bit mean making him do his home debut in somebody else's socks. So there you go. There's a whole variety there. Ampthill, Cambridge, Buckingham, Ely Tigers. All sorts of teams were present. So well done to everybody. So I was busily taking photographs of scrums and socks. And it was a busy, and I was not stood. So, Mr. Robinson, apologies, I was on the other side of the pitch. I was not stood where I normally stand to do the warm up because I was trying to, as you can see, the scrum is happening on the opposite side of the pitch that I normally sit. So things were a bit different on Saturday. So I was wondering about trying to get all the bits and bobs that were
that you needed.
That I needed to, because as I say, it was a busy time.
It was a busy time, and can I just say, a pre-match where I had a change in my usual pre-match lunch, and I don't know why I'm telling. Don't tell people because they'll all want to. Samosas from the Indian van. Oh my God, they were absolutely delightful. Can thoroughly recommend them.
There you go.
So,
recommendation. There you go. And Chunya was in the BBOB socks.
BBOB socks.
Yeah, and so I bumped into a few people. Thank you to everybody who came to say hello. I bumped into Callum Chick's mum, Debbie. It was lovely to see her again. She last time I saw her was at Sale. And she was down to see Callum, and she was interested. She didn't know about the socks, so I explained about the socks, and that Callum was wearing Wellingborough socks. Because I could have said out to Mongolia because she had no idea what But I did say he'd provided a number of saints. The club had provided a number of saints from over the years, and the Hendies were there. So they've been on grand tours because following George to Ireland, where they saw him win against Ireland A, but he was wearing Ely Tigers socks, and I noticed that Laura insisted that he pulled his socks up. Otherwise, you couldn't really see him. Insisted he pulled his socks up so she could see the full glory of Tigers written down the back of his thigh or calf even. Went violent.
How long were his socks?
That'd be very inappropriate. Very 60s.
Yes.
Island
Oh, dear
boots.
me.
Anyway, let's go. Yes, so it was good to see everybody. And I'm still getting people coming up to me asking me about my little incident falling in a puddle, including some of the stewards who were safety team who were on duty that night. I'm absolutely fine, everybody. Nothing was broken.
And quick shout out, our friend Chris Knowles, who was amazed to have a shout out before, but his mum took a tumble on Saturday. So I hope she's feeling better and chipper and nothing too untoward happened. So love to you all. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I need to shout out to Chris because he helped me because I was in all the wrong places on Saturday. So before the game, I did the run out of the mascots. There were 18 mascots. Just had them do it. And the kids with the big flag for the community department. And then, of course, I had to scuttle down the side of the pitch to get to my position in the first half. And then at half time, it was your big moment with your.
It was our big moment. We did a check presentation from the St Supporters Club to the wheelchair rugby. So £3,500 went to them. Obviously, they've had the money, but it was the big check presentation.
The big check presentation.
Nice.
So and then I had to swing round and get the littlies who were doing the running around with a. I don't know whether it looked like it reminded me of an Easter egg race, but anyway, it run up and down the pitch routine. Jake Sharp's son was in there, so I got the clerk. Can you make sure? Question. So, of course, and I literally had one glimpse of small person in the crowd who wasn't wearing his Saint shirt. Anyway, I think I've got lots of photos, and I need to send Jake a message that he can help himself. So I had that to do, which put me in entirely the wrong side of the pitch, of course, to sit where I normally sit on the in what became the key corner. More of that shortly.
Yes, yeah.
And the lovely Chris moved the Toblerone so I could escape with my bag.
Oh,
so thank you very much, Chris. Yes. So to the game.
Yeah. Well, I love that we lull sides into a sense of security by letting them score first in the opening seconds.
And it was a rerun of what happened in Newcastle. It's an absolute rerun.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that. That's
Yeah. And I think Quins, didn't we not let them score early doors as well?
Oh, well, they went well ahead, like 19-0 ahead. So yes. Yeah. But the first try, that mishap in midfield happened again on Saturday.
Yeah. And young James Pater, from the start, when he had these kick charge down, and other lesser mortals would have gone into their shell and been scared to do anything. Not James Pater. Oh no! It didn't throw him off stride at all. And more of that later on as well. But we looked a bit. I was going to not quite together in the opening minutes.
It was a bit clunky. We didn't look after the ball. There are a few exceptions in all of this. In that JJ was just having fun. I think. He was just having fun, wasn't he? I mean, it was
skittling Saracens. Over the
shall we have a quick look at? Teo Dan will not want to see this.
Let's have
a quick look, shall we? Those of you on Spotify, you know where I'm going. There you go. Sorry, Teo.
That's you gone.
That's you gone. And though to be fair, he did try and. Oh, that's not good, is it? Oh, yes.
No.
No. But I think yes. So and the other person who clearly had decided he was going to have a go at this because he was quite having fun was Craig Wright, who similarly decided, I'm going to have a go at this. There you go. So
do a bit of barreling, through,
assisted by his friend JJ. It's Teo Dan again. Poor love.
Yes.
He spent more time on the deck than actually doing anything. So
absolutely right. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. So so there was a lot of fun had in midfield, I think, in terms of barrelling through Saracens defenders, but we weren't as connected as we probably needed to be.
Should have been.
Yeah.
No.
And it really, really and truly, the first try came from a moment of. Well, I think there's a lad that we were all very pleased to see back in.
Can I just say, I'd like to take some of the praise for that because I needed to go to the loo.
I'm surprised I didn't get a visit in the second half, actually. But anyway, so it was. Well, isn't it lovely seeing this lad running around and enjoying himself? Because he clearly was. He clearly was.
Yes.
Because he's had a torrid time of what was that. And for those of you not on Spotify and not able to see what I'm pointing at, I'm talking about George Fairbank. Mr. Dependable was obviously,
Yeah, he's getting back into the swing of it.
That was another person. That was other people I bumped into, Anna and Matt.
Oh yes.
And apparently, Mr. Dependable was aware of what he did to Amena last week. I said, "Well, I did fear that we were going to have bits for Amena."
I saw Mr. Dependable coming in, walking down the car park, and I said, "Is that your fierce game face?" He went, "Fierce," and I went, "Well, you can try and fierce, try and do fierce." So. I think it's just his please don't anybody speak to me face.
And then this lad decided, aren't we going to miss him? Because we learnt the news last week that James Ram is heading home. He's heading back to Australia.
But we did have somebody telling us, the real reason why he's going. His visa's run out. They're deporting him. That's not true. It's not true. That was just some little imp trying to stir it up. He says, put that on the pod. We've put it on the pod, Hutch. There you go. And it was not armed police. There was no full ICE raid.
Yes. He's a scamp, that Rory Hutchinson, isn't he? Little scamp. Yes. So before rumours start, that is just Hutch being Hutch, but it made us laugh. I quite like this photo, partly because of the pair of boots in the background.
Oh, yes.
Missed. Anyway, well done, Rambo. It was a great try. And set up initially by George Fairbank. But Rambo had a lot of work to do, and he took his opportunity brilliantly. So well done. And then, it all got a bit muddled again. They scored again. And
so
then
it was even Stevens at half-time, wasn't it?
Half-time, because George Fairbank had scored in the corner. We spun it wide and done what we really should have done. And we'd actually controlled the ball to get level again. And then I actually shout out to James Martin, who put in the most delicious 50-22. It was gorgeous. Unfortunately, the half was over.
Yes, it was a thing of beauty, but
it was a thing of beauty. But sadly, it was over. So we came out in the second half, and it weren't great.
Well,
was it?
No. It was all right. We were clinging on. It was 21-24. They got the bonus point. I mean, my God, you'd have thought they'd have won the World Cup with the cock-a-hootness that went on.
It was a bit noisy. And that wasn't the crowd. That was...
No.
Yes.
There was a lot of skullduggery that the referee was failing to pick up on. A choke tackle, that's what it's called. It doesn't mean that they have their hands round players' throats. I did try and point that out to Sir. Offside, well, that was optional apparently. And their breakaway try, their intercept try that they scored came from about half a dozen of them being offside for the previous moves. So
But
that made me angry. That made me angry at that point.
Yeah,
And
we did have a very inexperienced at this level referee, and the ARs were offering support to him. One of whom is our friend James Clark. So he'll have got a lot out of them. But we did have a thing of beauty, didn't we, Liz?
We did. Our friend Chunya, good friend of the pod, decided, oh, look, I can see the try line. And I'm going by now, that will have started somewhere on the halfway line, I'm guessing.
Yes, or on the Welly Road. I mean, he'd have come through town. Yeah, then onto the Weedon Road, and then,
broken through the Barwell stand and run the length of the pitch. But yeah, he was not going to be stopped, was he? Bless him.
No, there was no way he was going to be stopped. It was a magnificent try, and well done, Chunya, because we'll talk more about Chunya because he had a really, really good game. But that was the thing of beauty.
A young man who I think this season has really come of age with his rugby and his just all round Chunya-ness, which is lovely.
Absolutely. And he was clearly one of the leaders on the pitch on Saturday. And there was one moment that I noticed towards the end because, as they said on commentary, Jack Lewis emptied the tank. I mean, he's 17 for goodness sake. It was quite clear that. So here he is young Jack, and Kira's. I don't know. I think she got the Haribo and was stuffing it in his face. Oh, I don't know what was going on here, but he'd emptied the tank, and they had to keep him going. So Kira had her work cut out. That's Kira Ruddy, for those of you who don't know Kira. Kira's been with the club years. And is a key part.
So she's feeding him electrolyte stuff then, I guess.
Yeah, and all sorts. Yeah, just to keep him keep the cramp at bay. Because he was suffering. But what I noticed was this young man going for a chat. Just to keep, young Jack going. And well done, Chunya, because there's a very concerned Kira in the background there, isn't there?
Yes.
But no, I was really impressed with Chunya. Give him a pat on the chest and say, "You're doing all right, lad. Keep going. Keep going." Actually, there's a person in the background here. Young James Bennett had another good game, didn't he?
I was about to say, yes, young James Bennett didn't let himself or us down at all, did he then?
No, he put it about a bit. But for all that, we ended up 12 points down.
With 4 minutes to go. Now, I have a confession to make. It was my birthday, and we were going out Saturday evening, and we had to be away because we'd got to be where we'd got to be for 7:00. So we meant leaving here. So we had to get away. So unusually, we left early, 4 minutes to go. And I heard the roar as we walked out, and I sulked a bit. I must confess.
I moved at 73 minutes, 74 minutes. So I could be sat in my usual place. And in the time that I moved, George decided to make his first break. So this is what I was faced with when I sat down in my little fishing stall.
Mr. Media Tart.
Mr. Media Tart himself, Ben Rhodes, running towards me. James Pater having just kicked the conversion for Hutch's try, which was made by the Ginger Ninja himself, breaking down the wing. Brilliant stuff. Now,
I mean, when you say breaking down the wing, that actually, whichever way you look at it, that's what he did. Because there's a certain Sarries wing, if he never sees him again, it'll be too soon.
Well, yeah, we should more of that. We should show that, shouldn't we? So here we go. Yes, the gentleman on the left of this frame is Rotimi Shagan, ex-Saintsman. I don't know who this lad is on the ground. But here is the Ginger Ninja in 2022. So he's got a form, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said on various social media posts, I don't think Rotimi will want to see the Ginger Ninja again. So this is also in the Premiership Rugby Cup, at this time at the Stonex. And George's explanation of, he scored 2 tries in about 10 minutes, I seem to remember. And his explanation for doing so well was that, because it's only his 3rd game, ladies and gentlemen, was that Rotimi made him angry because he ran past him and scored. Don't do that. Don't make the Ginger Ninja angry. But you can see the legs are definitely on the wrong way round, so we're all right here.
Definitely.
And he took a head knock. He got a cut, so he's got the most ridiculous bandage. But
so there is a theme about not making our wingers angry, isn't it? It used to be with George North. Once he got angry, Ollie Slytone, we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now the Ginger Ninja as well.
Yeah,
don't make him angry. Well, do make him angry, please. But so that was clawed the score back, and
score back, and then so here we are. So I'm gonna go back to, it's all happening, back to Lightroom. Here we go. And we'd won the scrum penalty. So even if we hadn't have scored, we'd won the scrum penalty. And you can see Jack and Manny are still going. They're not letting go. And Johnny gets the ball away to James Pater.
It's James Pater that put the foundations in for that one.
Yeah. So James Pater gets it away. Now, of course, I am sat next to, I wasn't sat next to, fleetingly I was, to Ben Rhodes, but more of that shortly. And so this is my view of George's try.
Oh. Yeah.
So not a particularly good one, but I still took the photos. Johnny was on his shoulder as far, sprinting. It was good to see him back. As fast as he could.
Wonderful to see him back.
And then he blocked my view.
Yes.
But I am on the other side of the pitch by the tunnel, so to get anything at all, I'm doing pretty well.
Brilliant.
But then
so
it all went.
That drew the scores then, didn't it?
Yeah, that drew the scores. And so what did we have then? We had the Iceman himself.
18-year-old James Pater.
And you can see the woman in the background with her hands like this?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so 18-year-old James Pater. And he slotted it through. What he hadn't realised was that there was only one result. He was going to get a face full of Ben Rhodes.
Yes. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the reactions in the crowd that's so good as well.
Oh, they are. They're lovely, and everyone's sprinting. You can see Chunya. He's off. Tom Pearson's having a rest. Actually, in the end, Tom does join the huddle with everybody. But it all kicked off, and rightly so. It was an amazing comeback. Two fabulous players got it back, and suddenly the very noisy bench went quiet, and everyone was relieved. But,
so Graham was joined by Curtis on comms. And actually he does it very well, doesn't he? Chatting to nothing. He's very good at it.
He is very good at it.
But they were saying when they moved pitch side, how glad they were to get away from the Sarries coaches bench, because they were just yawping the whole game, just going at it the whole game. So so that should. But even funnier was with 5 minutes to go, as happens with Saints, and we know this happens whether Saints are winning or losing. And for those, if you've got to get away, you have to leave, before the final whistle to stand any chance of getting out quickly. So there was a stream of people in, and Sarries put up a tweet about, there's a fire alarm going off. Their usual, they deleted it, but not before people had screenshotted it and gone,
it's always out there. You can't get rid of it. You know,
did the Sarries players leave due to the fire alarm as well with some of the witty riposts? But yeah. So well done. Sarries media team, strike again. They're so good.
They are so good.
Yes. To find that humble element, aren't they?
Yes, it seems to have gone missing completely. So in the changing room, because of course we gathered for the song. I don't think I was telling you this beforehand. I found the relevant photo. Josh Kemeny trying to do the supportive. What are you doing, Josh? When Mr. Pacer got mentioned in dispatches by Jake Sharp, who of course was running the show last week, and I do like the fact that Tone is looking benignly upon his,
Tone looks like a proud dad there.
He does, doesn't he? He had that look of a proud dad quite a lot in the changing room. But Josh thought he'd give a friendly hair ruffle to James. So I don't think he's really appreciating it. But there you go.
Tone, news on Tone. Of course, he passed an English test, didn't he? There was great cheers to that. Yeah. He said, I saw him and I said, congratulations on passing your English test. He said it wasn't very hard. He didn't manage to use scintillating or tickety-boo. So I think. Oh,
no. Wow. Words with him over that.
No, I think it was too simple. It was things like cat and mat, I suspect.
Anyway, talking of the camera that never misses him, congratulations to wee Trev, who celebrated his 50th cap and did the Shoe Army song. Look, there they are. There's Curtis lurking in the background. Media Tart. He can't. The camera just follows him.
Can't get away from him, can you?
Get away from Ben Rhodes. And of course James led the Shoe Army song, and rightly so. Yes. Well done to them. It was cracking. So had a good time had by all. What I should say is, and I noticed it was looking a bit tatty, is they got a new badge on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the angle looks a bit weird because I'm actually stood. I've turned it round. I'm actually stood the other side.
Yes. Oh, that's good. I was going to say, were you standing on your head to take that? No, it makes sense now.
No, I was standing on the other side because I was waiting, obviously, for the.
Very smart.
For the man himself, Jake, to talk to the troops. So Saturday, I think, was a highly successful day for the community department. Well done to everybody concerned. And it certainly was highly successful for the players. I think there's a bunch of youngsters who've really taken their chance in black, green and gold. And I was reading this morning in the Cron that, in fact, James was talking about it on Saturday. One of the big challenges they've got is they want to recognise the efforts of the youngsters who have taken their opportunity, but at the same time, there's players they want to bring through back and get them ready for the restart for PREM. So they've got a balance, and of course they lose a whole load of players. So Liz Wyman was in touch last night to thank me for the photos of Johnny. He played well. He played very well. But she also mentioned that of course he's back to England under-20s, as several of the players are. So we'll lose the internationals again. Rory's back to Scotland. And we didn't see Elliot, did we?
No.
No. Rory's back to Scotland. Danilo obviously is still with Italy. And the 8 England players are back for the trip to Rome. So it's going to be and it was good. Great seeing Big Trev. Big Trev was looking very smiley on Saturday.
He was looking very smiley, wasn't he?
Very smiley, yes, very smiley. And she understood something he said. And slightly startling, yeah.
But
yeah, so Callum's been teaching me. Yes. So,
Yeah.
so we need to choose our Ladies What Pod player of the match.
We do. And we had a short list, didn't we? Of Jack Lewis, because I mean he played himself literally to a standstill and was just awesome.
Yeah.
Chunya.
Yep.
Special mention to JJ, but he did only play half a game. But
he did produce the comedy moment of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, go and have a look at one of Lewis Dean's fabulous video of an Alex Zlowski wheeling his casters back, having put his hands on JJ, realising, you know what, I'm not going to bother, and going backwards at a rate of knots.
I'm not going to go risk my life on this. And the Saracens fullback go, oh, please pass the ball. Please don't make me do anything. And I think the reaction in the stadium whenever there's a sort of a cheer, isn't there? Oh, yes. Gladiatorial almost. It's brilliant. But we did decide Chunya as well was in the mix for player of the match. But it had to go to a young man who turned things around in more ways than one, both in his own game, having had a kick charge down in the opening seconds, to knocking over the winning score and making, assisting with the winning try. And at 18, that's James Pater. I mean, so much to come. So much to come from him.
Yeah.
Absolutely immense.
And we should also shout out to Toby Tame, who didn't have to throw himself about the place.
Oh, he had a belter, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. He did. He was everywhere. But I think James absolutely edges it, because for the big moments, he was, and it was the difference. He kicked all his goals. Alex Zlowski didn't kick his. And that was the difference between winning and losing. So well done to James Pater, who's our Ladies What player of the match. And it has to be Sgt Wilson for the second week running.
Yes. Chunya.
Yes. It's difficult to say no to somebody who's that tall, but also that polite. He's incredibly polite.
He is so polite. He has a really soft way of speaking as well, doesn't he? He's very
very good. So well done, Chunya. Callum was buzzing about the place, but I think Chunya edged it. It was a. Now I did get a message, which will make Laura Hendy laugh.
Yes.
Little George was somewhat excited by the 5 minutes of highlights. I think actually 4.5 minutes of it go hang, because he's had George's try on repeat. Well done, little George. Top work.
Yeah, brilliant. Yep. Brilliant.
And there were further celebrations in the Northwest.
There were.
Bedford Blues went to Caldy and won.
Yep. Not the easiest of places. They're quite a shouty side, quite an old school,
long grass, difficult place to go. So they're in second still in the champ, and well done, top work, everybody. Top work. So on to other news. We've mentioned we've got 8 players that we already know. It's the same crew we were in before in the England squad, and we have 3 players in the training camp last week. So Aidan Reid, Sonny Good and Charlie Tamani. And Charlie Reid was one of the coaches, so well done.
For the under-18s,
For the under-18s. And Jack Lewis would have been there, but he was a bit busy. Playing for us.
Yeah. Because he's still not yet 18.
Because he's still not 18. It's extraordinary. In lightning news, congratulations to the 6 who are heading off for the England under-21s camp. And to Meg Davey, one of the stalwarts of Loughborough Lightning. 118 appearances and signed a new contract. Brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant news. And we did get a bit of insight from young Nathan, because they're off this week to Sale Sharks, aren't they? About his training idea.
Yes. Yeah. So the Sale Sharks, they'll be playing at Heywood Road.
Heywood Road, yes.
Heywood Road, that's right. And it was saying that the pitch is akin to a ploughed field there. So they decided to take Lightning's training to, they had a scout around likely places in Loughborough, and they're going to Loughborough Town, because that's a bit of a not bowling pitch sort of.
Although apparently it's not too bad. Loughborough Town.
Yes, it was almost too good, he would say. So Loughborough Town will be training at Lightning's ground, and vice versa. So that everybody's happy with that. So good luck to Lightning. Going up there.
And then we've got a whole range of other news, because it's been a busy time, hasn't it? And the big news. Well, should we go? We've done grass news and sheep news.
We've done grass news and sheep news.
Shall we talk about the hot news this morning?
Yes.
Which is that our old friend Chris Boyd is becoming the technical director, whatever that means, at Gloucester Rugby, which I think is a huge success on their part. One of the issues the supporters have had is the revolving door of players, and what we do know is that Boydie is very keen on developing coaches and developing players from within. And with their relationship with Hartbury, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? They should be in such a good place.
Yeah.
And they're not for some reason.
Yeah. So it'll be good to see Boydie about the place again. We had, I think on Friday, the RFU Council vote. Well, the first thing it voted for were these new ideas about getting rid of relegation from the Prem. But the second thing it did was to get rid of itself, which seemed a bit harsh.
Yeah. It's a bit weird, but not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah.
Yes, because they've now got a new organisation. But it sounds like franchising starts this season with an aim to get to, I don't know, 12 teams the next couple of seasons, and then more of the same. And the press have gone mad. We've got, the Birmingham City owners apparently setting up a club. Let's calm down, everybody, and see how this goes, because,
see how it pans out.
Lots of fluff and whatever. Yeah, let's see how it pans out, because, but as I said last week, I do like the idea that part of it is that the women's game gets support. It's not just all about the men's game. So
yeah.
Let's see. The other thing we're not going to go too mad on is the news about Sarries. They've obviously made a comment about the Telegraph article. It's all very confusing at the minute.
Very. Who said what to whom and valued what
on a wet Wednesday? So let's let them, do what they need to do. But frankly, guys, can we just move on?
Yeah.
And no, Mr. Cohen, no. I'm not going to say any more other than no.
No, yeah. I'll say it. We weren't all cheating.
Dear Lord. If anyone gets a chance to watch the highlights of Poe versus Bordeaux, which was played last night in the top 14, watch it, because it was a belter of a game. And well done to Poe. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. There was another draw. It's the season of draws. So Lenny Newman and his mates, I think Mr. Pask was there, were off to see Lewis play, obviously for too long, at Lyon. And it was a 13-all draw.
Yes. Oh, good grief.
There you go. But yes, so a busy time in the world of rugby. We're back to the Six Nations this week. But before that...
Oh, don't even want to think about that, to be honest.
Before that, SSC news, because you've got some news about buses.
Yes, so we've got buses now are live on the website. There's still some space for coaches going down to Spurs Ground for the Sarries game. Let's see if we can beat them somewhere else. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? And we've
I'm sure that's what
also up
Dots and
there
Bestie want to do.
yeah, buses for Tigers and Quins are there as well. We won't be running a bus for down to Exeter on Sunday. The turn it's too short notice. We can't guarantee to fill it, and we don't want to fill it even cover costs. So historically, it's not been a big take up for that. So we're not running a bus to Exeter, but we are for Sarries, Tigers, and Quins. Quins is the last game of the regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking rugby.
Walking rugby. Well, yes. So Saints are launching a league for walking rugby. So if anybody has a walking rugby team that they would like to enter into this league, if they contact the community team at Saints for more details, they've got some dates on Saturdays for this league to take place, with the finals being in June. So anybody who's knows anybody or is a part of a walking rugby team, not rugby league team, walking rugby team, get in touch with the community department and meet others of a like-minded thing, and see how that goes. Brilliant. There you go, Callum. I did it.
She did her homework. She was good. And Towcester under 11s, or is it under 11s and under 8s, or is it just under 11s?
Just under 11s. Towcester under 11s. Towcester under 8s were away at a tournament somewhere. Daventry possibly, but because we were going out for lunch for my birthday, Alfie couldn't go, so he played with a friend of his on the touchline watching Harry play. And some of the under 11s were away at a tournament, but some of them were at home. Harry was at home, and he really enjoyed himself and scored 2 tries and did some tackles. And Alfie was practicing tackling on some of his big brother's friends as well. I don't know how much they were expecting to be tackled, but they were tackled. So good time was had by all.
And we have a video.
And we have yes. And we have a video. Here is Harry telling us. Sorry, I'm just sorry.
Ever, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a long weekend. I may have over celebrated on Saturday night. Still recovering. So here is Harry telling us how well he did.
So today was a pretty good session. The game part was the part I enjoyed the most. I did a lot of good tackles. I had 2 really good tries. And I was taking the kick off for some of them. And when I did a really good kick, Mark said that it was a really, really good, the best kick that he's seen so far. And then we won the game, although we shouldn't have been counting the score. We won 10-6. And it was quite fun. It was just a training session though, because I'm going to something afterwards. And if I went to the tournament, I would have had to miss it.
Well done, Harry.
Well done, Harry.
Top work.
Oh, my goodness me. And I'll tell you, we went out for Sunday lunch, had a cracking dinner at the Georgian Dragon in Chatham near Banbury. Recommend that. And Harry ate more than anybody else did, I think. So roast beef and Yorkshire pudding and roast potatoes just disappeared.
Wow. Well done him. Gosh. So big games this weekend. Well, we obviously got the Six Nations, and we'll skip Gaelic past that one. Just whatever will be. Yeah. The press are wetting themselves over who's going to play and who isn't going to play. And frankly, what will be will be.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, I think is where I'm coming from at the moment.
I am heading west. I'm going down on Saturday. Before then, we've got training this week.
We have.
And I will be doing my, as I said to you earlier, I will be doing my wide mouth frog impression.
Mm.
So I've got my next bit of teeth work. So yes, that'll be fun. I'll be posting in bits of content. So yes, we've got training this week, and then we're off to the Exeter Chiefs. For the semi-final of the PREM Rugby Cup. Well done to everybody.
Brilliant.
The players have really pulled out the stops. I mean, those 2 losses in November knocked them sideways, but they've girded their loins and really done some. And we've had several youngsters and guest players who've really done the business, as well as, of course, some of the more established players who've come in, and it's been fascinating. Congratulations to Jake Sharp, Jim Henry, and James Craig, who've worked incredibly hard with the players. And no, it's been great to see.
Through this. It's really impressive, and some of the players who've stepped up and had a taste of playing at a packed out Franklin's Gardens as well is just fantastic for them. And well done to us for packing out Franklin's Gardens for a Prem Cup game. Well done to the commercial team. Big group hugs all around, and well done to everybody who actually arrived and watched the game, because it makes a huge difference, and it's all great for the development of the players, because they get used to playing in front of big crowds. It's not a shock to the system because they're used to it. So by the time they come to play in the Prem and the Investec Champions Cup. So meanwhile, the Sharks, as we mentioned earlier, Lightning are going to the Sharks in the PWR. So good luck as they head north. Those of you who follow the PWR will have witnessed my friend, the photographer up there, has had a lot of fun taking photographs of people covered in head to foot in mud. It's been a bit muddy, a bit old school, but great fun. And hence why the training regime for Loughborough is not on the magnificent pitch at the university. It's up the road. So the season continues, and we may yet, we wish everybody well. So who's heading down there? Still in the hunt. Still in the hunt.
Dr. T's in the hunt for a ticket. I think they go on sale this afternoon, because we're recording on Monday lunchtime. So he's going after his ticket, and so a good time will be all. So I think that, Mrs. Saunders,
I think that is it.
Series 2, episode 32, done.
Thank you. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody. Hand goes the wrong way. I can't find the button. It doesn't move, but somehow I still managed to lose it.
No, you can never find the button. Never finds the button.